Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart, giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
Good morning. How's everybody? I was going to say happy Friday. It's not quite Friday yet. It's my Friday. Okay, so we're going to talk about what I do every week is I send out a mass email to all my buyers. And I have it broken down because I lead a team and I've lived all over Orange County. So I have it broken down by my hashtags like Central Orange County, Northern, Southern. Then I also have hashtags for street text ads that I've run, like downsizing, Laguna Niguel View. So I think I just dropped a couple that were a little out of my area so I could hyper focus. But those are the people I send active listings to out every week, instead of just setting them up on a property alert and then you're reaching out to them. So do you guys know how to set up the advanced email template? Should I go over that real quick? Yeah, okay, Debbie's nodding. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going to jump right in. Stop me if I seem to miss anything, because I probably will. Okay, I'm going to share this video on how to set up the advanced email template. And one thing you want to remember is the template name is so important, because otherwise you'll never find it again. There's all these like basic ones that are in KB4. There's hundreds of them. So we're going to do an email template, and the template name, like here, I would go active listings, but I already have active listings. So I'm going to call this one a test. Come on, KB4, it's a little slow. Like me. Okay. Now, when I do that, I'm going to go over to Trello. Here's my active listings. I'm going to put that template name in Trello. So I would go over here, say I'm setting up a new one. See, here's Central Orange County. Here's Northern Orange County, and we'll get how to do these in a minute. Then I'm going to add, come on, test, or whatever your new name is. So you're going to want to keep that in a safe space because you're going to need it later. Okay, then you're going to go over here. You know what? I use ChatGPT. I tell it, write me a compelling subject line for blank. Like interest rates are dropping, seize the moment, and it'll do something great. Then you're going to go down to advanced, and that changes every week, of course. We're going to go to the advanced template. Now, this looks just like MailChimp, and it works just like MailChimp. So you can drop in your image, browse, let me find a logo, whatever header you want. Now, this week, when we get over there, I didn't do a header. I actually used this. And I talked about the active listings in Orange County and actually how few there are. But you can put whatever, your logo, welcome, whatever you want there. Now we're going to go down here. Let me get out of there. Come on, get down. It's been a while since I started one from scratch. That's why I did the video. So what you're going to want to do here is add all the rest. Let me go over to mine that's already done. Here we go, active listings. So when you have it done, then it's going to populate here. But to pull it up, you would go templates, active, and it would pull this up. There it goes. It's a little slow. So then the next week, you're going to go into edit. And this is what mine looks like. The only kind of bummer is that the screen is kind of small. So it limits your workspace. So this week, this is ChatGPT, seize the moment, falling interest rates, rising opportunities. And then I kind of played around with this because I was doing this class, trying to think how I could make this better. And one thing I learned from MailChimp is to not put too many links in the email. It'll think it's spam. So this, we're going to get to this in a minute, but here, did your dream home with the market this week? Then here's my picture. Here's total listings in Orange County. And then this video is horrible, but it was like how I'm going to find your dream home. I always drop a video in. And it was, we're not just going to set up a property alert and cross our fingers and wish for the best. I'm going to put, oh, I love this. I heard this somewhere. I'm going to put my marketing team on the ground or in the neighborhoods you love, whether it's a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, main floor master. We're going to knock on doors. We're also going to go after expireds and for sale by owners. And to get this in here, you need a YouTube link, but you can make it private or public. So to do that, you just drop your YouTube link right here and it populates. And then I have my off-market listing. And then here is there's the link for the video for the off-market. And then you drop another button here that they can email me. So here, see, you go send email, mail to, I leave that blank, and they can email me right from the email. I've never gotten one, by the way. And then this is a mortgage kind of in its way. This is just a mortgage app that I have from one of my lenders that has a mortgage calculator on it. And then I always run quote of the day through ChatGPT. Write me something fun and fast. And that's it. So there's the basis. Now you can click in here to do your colors, do all your backgrounds. It's very easy once you start dropping, drag and drop. That's all it is drag and drop. This one I can change out. I can change the image here. Let me drop something else in. It's a little slow.
So on your link for the active listings, are you going in every week and changing that link?
Yes. So let me show you, because I think I made it better. Actually, I've created 2 options. So these are all different pictures that I put in there. This was last week with the interest rates dropping. Okay, so Debbie, that is really good. So let me show you. So before I was setting this up in the MLS. So you have to see all these. These are all North Orange County, Laguna, South, Irvine, Laguna Niguel View, downsizing, income property, and I also have foreclosures. But then I thought, Ed Lane was talking about, so I set these on an automatic weekly. So it's just the last 7 days. But Ed Lane was talking about, can we track them? And we can't track them. But what we can do, and I did last night, was I went to my site, set up a search here. So I'm just going to set one up really quick, say for downsizers in South County. So I'm going to do it by the map because I haven't found a way to put multiple cities in. So here, I'm going to do my map. I just want South County. Okay. Now over here, I go to more filters. And I'm going to, if you don't do this, it pulls in leases, even though if you mark them here. So you got to take these off. So you just want single family condos and townhouses. And then over here, I'm going to click just listed. And I don't know the definition of just listed. I know it's fewer listings than I was seeing in the MLS, but there's a plus. So now over here, because I'm in downsizers, I want single story. And then I'm going to apply filters. And because I just did this yesterday, which the benefit to this is you're going to see them searching on your site. And that's my favorite thing to do in the morning is see who's been looking at homes overnight. That's the first thing I do is I go here and I look at the dashboard. Okay, so now I'm going to copy this link. Now, the first place I'm going to put it is Trello, so I don't lose it. And I'm going to call this downsize. I know it's DS. There's my link. It doesn't matter how long it is, so you don't have to shorten it. I'm also going to test it because yesterday KB4 was a little wonky. And when you go to do the second one, you've got to clear out the whole map. We'll do another one in a minute. So let's just make sure. Okay, it worked perfect. And this is beautiful because it's got all these pictures. It's branded. They can get a market report right here. This is way better than the MLS. Now,
And you get analytics.
I don't know if we get analytics on this.
Well, you see,
you can. Look right. You can if you go to the client. Yes.
or on your dashboard in your TV.
Yeah, you're going to see what they're clicking on, which I love. And so, yeah, I think even if they're fewer, I think it's better. So now we're going to go over to active listings and we're going to edit. Now these are my downsizers. So I'm going to leave this the same. And the only thing I'm going to change is that I'm going to come in here. Come on, little engine. Okay, I'm going to click here and I'm going to erase this link. Make sure it goes out all the way because these are really long. Very long. Come on. There we go. And I'm going to drop it in. And I'm going to update template. So now it's for downsizers. So then I'm going to go over to Smart Campaign or Smart CRM. I'm going to go to filters. I'm going to put downsizers. I abbreviate everything. Just how my brain works, like sticky notes. Oh my gosh, it's so slow today. Come on. There we go. Okay, and then at the bottom, apply filters. This doesn't always work either, but it usually does. You know what? I skipped a step. I skipped the test. You always want to test it before you send it. So anyway, here's all my downsizers. You're going to click all of them. Mass email. They just changed this. Oh, look, it brought it right up. Active listings. Now, one thing you want to do, you want to make sure this fully populates before you hit send. And I'm not going to send it because I'm not sending them out today. And I do this every Thursday. So there you go. This is what they're going to see. They're going to see you every week. And then you're going to click send. But one thing I do is I go before this, actually, I'm going to clear that. I'm going to go to test. And I'm going to send myself one to make sure that it works properly. Because it doesn't always. So is that clear as mud? Hi, Suma. My son is on your Instagram. He's like, is this your friend? I'm like, yeah, I like her stuff.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What are we doing today? What are we doing today?
These are the active listings I send out every week.
Oh, nice. I missed
And
it.
then, and so we were talking about the different ways to put the links in. And I think using our site to get them searching on our site is the best. Now, the other thing I do, not every week, but when I have time, is I go to the Reach app and I have my Reach app groups
Okay.
set up just like my hashtags. Hey, Henry.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I do a quick video. Hey, keep an eye out for your active listings this week and how I'm going to find your dream home. And I do that. You do verbiage. You can use the hi blank for their name that populates. And I send them out to like 350 people, but once they're in, it only takes like 10 minutes.
Means do you create the reach group by yourself, or how do you create the reach group?
You put them in your phone as a contact first.
Okay.
Then you go into the Reach app and you pull them in by group.
Okay. I will download that.
So it's got like my downsizers, I have like 41 in there. And you're going to click it and it's going to show them all. And then you're just going to hit send, 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 send. You have to do it manually. But you know what? Go ahead, Debbie.
Well, I was going to ask, I have quite a few people set up on searches, just the general search alerts through KV Core so that they're already going to my site searching. And so I don't think I want to double dip on that, do I?
I double dip.
You do?
I double dip. I do. They know they're going to get an email from me every Thursday.
Okay.
And it's going to have some piece of information or a video or something about the market. You know what? To me, it's just layers. If you think about how much email somebody gets in a week, and I have people set up on daily searches, and I still do this. Because the minute I get any kind of lead, I set them up on a property search. So the Thursday is kind of a recap.
Okay.
And, they may not look at 5 emails, but they look at 1. And so I think the more we can hit them, it's top of mind, the better.
Well, and the subject line is probably a little more enticing and not as generic as new property search here.
Well, I did notice that KV Core is allowing you to choose a dynamic subject line, and it's using AI. So that's pretty cool. That gives us a leg up for sure. Wow, I went through that really quick. What did I miss, I wonder?
Well, I love the header that you had that said, "Did your dream home hit the market this week?"
Right? Somebody's got to click on it, right? And you know what? It's funny when you don't hear from somebody and then all of a sudden they're looking at a house and you're like, oh my gosh, they opened every single email I sent. You get all excited because we work so hard to do this. And you're like, oh my gosh, somebody's actually looking at houses. I'm on my site. That just blows my mind. Now, and then you know what? I also use the mass email. Like this week I got from one of my lenders, a solar questionnaire. Like when you're in escrow to get all the data for, solar's always a pain in the ass going through escrow, no matter what. But I flipped it to a seller PDF that I'm going to send out because I had somebody that I met probably 3 or 4 years ago, I think before COVID, at an art thing. And I bought a little thing. Well, she reached out to me a couple weeks ago. They're buying solar. She asked my opinion, and then they're going to list their house. And I've lived all over Orange County. That's why my thing is so broad. But I lived 2 streets over when I was in junior high. So that's kind of cool. So even if you don't have like a large, you could still set this up by city. You could have 5 different cities and then hyper focus. And that would allow you also to highlight what's happening for the weekend if you're not doing a weekend bucket list. So there's a lot of, hey, Alex, there's a lot of things you can do with this, but I always do a video. Always.
What is your follow-up once you see that they are looking at properties that they've clicked on your
I have that in
stuff.
Trello. Hold on. Okay. Because I love KV Core, but I'm going to have to find it. So in Trello, is anybody using Trello?
No, I know, but I didn't. Yeah.
You know what? It's free, and it's like sticky notes for your brain on your computer, which to me I love it. So I have all these boards over here, and then this is my master marketing one. So like when somebody reaches out on a market report, I just copy and paste this and tweak it to whatever I want. But I've got it right here. And then I also I keep track of my seller templates, my buyer templates, my landing pages, which I'm going to get big on early next month. I'm creating landing pages for every day of the week. That one didn't get done yet, obviously. Here's all remember I was talking about the links? Here's all the open house links. So you can run a landing page for your open houses on the weekend. I keep everything in here. Here's the HomeBot. If they're reaching out if they're active on HomeBot, I reach out to them on KV Core. So glad you're enjoying HomeBot. So it's just a really cool copy and paste tool that's fast and free. And it doesn't get any easier than that. One thing I do, Debbie, when I see somebody's looking at a property is I go look it up on the MLS, because sometimes things will be in the agent notes that aren't on the property description. Like one of them got a $9 million Monarch montage yesterday. And So I went, I'm like, they need 24 hours notice, blah, blah, blah. Let me know if you want to take a look. I'm working this weekend. I keep it really simple. And then I always put the link when I reach out, whether it's a text or an email. And
Patti,
you guys know how to put the link in? Emery?
I'm sorry, I had a question. I talked over somebody. I don't know who I talked over. I came on a couple minutes late. What does it say in your video? What do you say in your video that you attached to that email?
Well, let me see if I can play it. Oh, and it's really bad. I did it last night at like 8:45. Hold on. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it.
Here's the deal, Patti. You did it. And that's what matters.
You know what? I agree.
Because there's so many of us that'll sit here and watch this and then never do a darn thing. So kudos to you that you actually did it. Who cares how it looks?
Even though I look like shit, right?
You did it.
And I was tired.
And
Okay,
that's
here it is.
what matters.
So how I'll find your dream home. I don't know if you, let's see. I had 20 views. Some of them have 2,500. Some of them have 3. Here it goes. See, I'm tired. Can you hear it?
No.
No, you have to share sound too, Patti, when you
Up here.
No, I can't hear it.
Okay. It does add the verbiage at the top so people can read it. They don't have to just listen. But it was basically just going through how I'm going to find their dream home. I'm not just going to set up a property alert and hope for the best. We're gonna dive deep on there. We're gonna sit down and do the buyer presentation, get everybody on the same page, get showings down from 4 days to hopefully 1, and then we're also going to find the off-market properties through neighborhoods.
She had a great line that she said she's got her marketing team on the ground out looking.
And I, rip off and deploy. I am my marketing team, but damn it, I'll be out there doing it.
I love that. Do you ask them to respond with what specifics they're looking for, or?
I always do. People rarely do until they're ready.
Yeah.
But they know it's there. They know we're doing more than the average bear. We're going to sit down. We care about what they want. We're going to, I say, I'm going to ask the questions you may or may not have even thought about. And your partner or your kids or whatever, going to make, because how many times do you get buyers that want completely opposite things? Somebody wants a craftsman and somebody wants a contemporary. So, yeah, just making them aware.
I've even had buyers change their whole price point. I had somebody that was looking in the 200,000s, first-time home buyer, and we ended up getting him a brand new construction for $350,000.
There you go.
And it was a townhome. So it was like, okay, but where he was getting properties in the 200s, he's a police officer and he patrolled those neighborhoods. And so I was like, I don't think you want to live in a neighborhood that you patrol. If I recall correctly, police officers don't want to live where they patrol. I don't think that's a thing. And I said, but if that's what you want to do, obviously that's what you do. But I don't know that that's the wisest choice. And
that was a good call.
I do have a nice newer community. It's going to cost you a little bit more, but it may be worth it. And we went and saw it. He's like, Debbie, you know me. He's like, let's do it. And I was
that's awesome. So who's going to start sending out weekly active listings?
I will send.
Awesome. Once you get them set up, and reach, that's going to take a couple hours. Once you get your email template set up, it's just find a good article, do a quick video, drop everything in. And like I said, save your templates. I love Trello, but just save them somewhere where it's easy to retrieve. I think they're forever links. They're evergreen.
I get weekly updates from my lender, or when something big happens in the lending space, he will send me like updates so you can pull a piece of that, or even feature your lender
all the time
for these buyers. Feature the lender so they can meet him and know, like, and trust him or her, and maybe do
put a piece of that behind you and do a reel video, and then post that on YouTube so they can see the data. And say, do you want to get this email every day or every week, or would I offer that? I use everything I get. I try to repurpose.
You are too good, dear. You are too good.
You know what? Rip off and deploy.
Yeah.
That's it. Deploy being the key word. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you. I was nervous about this. I'm not good at 8 o'clock in the morning. You're
Thank-
fabulous.
There are 2, 3 reach app. Which one?
Let me look.
Oh, and then when you're using Reach, do you send a text out prior to sending the email?
Oh,
Is that how you
Yes.
use it?
Yes. So I do a quick video. Hey, interest rates are down. Inventory's still low, but I'm going to show you how I can find your Drino. Something to spark them to open the email. If we can get them to open it, that's everything. Because we all get so much email that we get every week.
You text first and Reach like on a Wednesday, and then you send it on a Thursday, or
I do it in the morning.
okay.
Same day. And sometimes it's Thursday night before I get them out. So I'm doing them like this at 8:30.
I think it's great.
It's just another layer. And once you get it set up, it's just another system.
And people like the authentic you.
Right. And they like the consistency. They want to know we're working all the time. So is that good? Is there any questions? Oh, Reach. Let me put it in there.
Well, one of the keys of what you're doing that is so perception is reality. And so
Absolutely.
even if you have no business, heaven forbid, but even if you have no business, but you're doing this, people think you're busy. You've got so much business. You're prospering. You're moving forward in life. You're conquering the market, all those kinds of things. So it's just a matter of putting that out.
Absolutely. I had a lady answer one of my ads and she asked me for her home value. I got it right out. And then I'm like, when are you, when are you looking? And she was super transparent. She's like, I have a realtor. I'm like, I appreciate your loyalty. She said, but I love your videos. She called me aggressive in the nicest possible way and transparent. And she said, I can see why you're being so successful. I haven't had anything in escrow for 2 months. But just like you just said, it's the perception. And it's us being us. We're going to weed out. People are not going to work with me if they talk slow because I'm going to drive them crazy. But the people that talk like me, they're the ones that are going to reach out.
Well, plus the perception factor also affects your mental attitude. Even though you're an agent in escrow, you're putting it out there. You're going, it's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I'm a believer in falling in love with the process and feeling that you're feeling productive at the end of the day is what works for me.
That's it.
And my son and I talk about that a lot. When you've had a good productive day and you've given it everything you've got and you've reached as many people as you can in the day, you're good. Go sit down, have a glass of wine, and then get all those texts out of your phone out of reach. Because you've got to delete them all at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you're right. It's perception on both sides. And we work hard. We do. We all do. So might as well leverage as much as possible.
Well, thank you so much. This was wonderful.
Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope everybody has a great holiday. Yeah. I'm going to get ready to go do our in-person. I'm excited for that. And go have some tater tot breakfast. All right. Take care, everybody. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Patti. Thank you again.
Welcome.
Thank you.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.